the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so, and I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha, 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 ha." And I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny. And I said, "Dad, what do you think it was funny?" He said, just a black man stating the obvious.
Kanye's all over the place, so he's trying to explain why he had the White Lives Matter shirts at his fashion show. The real reason is because he doesn't know, because he was all over the place. First off, it's because it's a true reality. It's just reality. Tucker, drop your pants so I can kiss your ass a little bit more. And also, then his father, he texted with his father, and it was funny that a black man would wear a White Lives Matter shirt, especially a black man whose name is Kanye West, and has found himself in these types of shenanigans before. So is it funny? Or is it a true reality? We have to tell the American people, because he also called Black Lives Matter a scam as well too, as they both say. Well, it's obvious that the whole point is that all lives matter, right? They act like they don't know anything about history and how black folks have been demeaned and told that they're less than human. So that simple declaration of, hey, I'm a human, and also back in the civil rights era, I am a man, apparently Kanye West is against as well. Because apparently white guys should walk around in 1960s and go, hey, I'm a man too. You haven't been one called a boy. You haven't been the one that's been disenfranchised from society and kept from those American opportunities that we like to preach about. Anyways, you guys saw pictures of this. You can flash these pictures up of him and Candace Owens, and also a model showing his stupid ass shirts. You can or you can't, I don't care, you've already seen it. Anyways, he went on to explain more about why he loves Donald Trump, because as you saw, before he was wearing Make America Great Again hats. Maybe that couples with his White Lives Matter shirts. But either way it goes, this is the cultish behavior, and you can see, by the way, Tucker Carlson doesn't believe any of this BS that they're talking about. He's just egging this on for the sake of saying, you see how I'm controlling this idiot? Do you see how I'm controlling him? The only person who doesn't see it is Kanye. But let's watch more.
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office and I liked him.
Yes.
And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to my so-called friends / handlers around me, told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They basically said that I would be killed for wearing the hat.
Why did you like him, by the way? You said you liked him early, like you saw him.
I mean, I keep telling this joke. If people say Trump was the first black president, I'm gonna be the first Latino president, because all the values, the conservative values just line up. Come on, man, Trump's the shit. What do you mean? He has his own buildings. What are you talking about? He's like, like Ralph Lauren. He made Ivanka.
You like Ivanka?
Yeah.
What? So he likes Trump because he's got buildings. Trump is because he's got buildings. That's your support for Donald Trump. Do you like his business acumen? Because apparently the way he's had these partnerships, that's not working out very well for him either. So there's a lot there. Donald Trump, I was gonna have death threats on me. They said I'm gonna die if I wear this hat. Sure. Yeah. Let's keep pushing those same lines of attack. Let's keep it real and trying to portray certain things as the complete opposite of what they are. So, you guys ever notice how Kanye kind of switches the way he talks? He's talking about vernacular and all that, which you'll get into more in this next couple clips here. About how we getting controlled and they want to tell us how to be. But he's telling people that he's supporting Donald Trump for being just this guy who has buildings. Who's telling you how to be? again, I'm trying to follow his logic, but this is where I really got annoyed. He's talking about Lizzo. And you can imagine what he says about Lizzo and how who is controlling her and telling us, whoever does appreciate Lizzo and her talents, who is telling us why to like her. I think you could have seen this type of line of commentary going. Here's Kanye on Lizzo.
Now let's talk about Gabby and my good friend Lizzo. Lizzo works with my trainer, a friend of mine, Harley Pasternak. When Lizzo loses 10 pounds and announces it, the bots, that's a term for people it's like telemarketer callers, like on Instagram, they attack her for losing weight because the media wants to put out a perception that being overweight is the new goal when it's actually unhealthy. Yes. Let's get aside the fact of whether it's fashion and Vogue, which is not. Let's just, or if someone thinks it's attractive, to each his own. It's actually clinically unhealthy. And for people to promote that, it's demonic. You know,
it's just easy to toss demonic around. Okay, so Lizzo's overweight. They're trying to keep her overweight. She's obese, she's unhealthy because it's not Vogue and it's not fashion. So again, Kanye thinks he brought up Ralph Lauren, comparing him to Donald Trump. They've got things. That's why I worship people like Donald Trump. So the media, I just want to recap. The media is telling people to support Lizzo. Who's the media? Because he said it was also bots. Bots are also the media. Bots, these telemarketers on social media that you're talking about, is actually the media telling people how to be when it comes to keeping only Black women as unhealthy as he called it. You know what else is unhealthy? Since you're talking about fashion and Vogue, there's a long-standing issue in the fashion industry with models, how unhealthy many of them have been forced into being unhealthy, but for the opposite type of body, which is completely skinny and kept from any kind of nutrition, so that they can wear their clothes a certain way on the runway. That's not unhealthy. That's not media pushing. That's not the industry destroying women's lives and men's lives that are in the fashion game. No, let's just forget that part because we associate that with the white part of fashion, which Kanye worships. I think we're beginning to see what Kanye's issues are and who it is that he actually thinks are worthy in this country, which goes right back to the first issue, the White Lives Matter shirts. It's all kind of connected, right? We're having a glimpse into his thought process. I always joke when I'm doing these stories with Jank and whoever else on the main show about how I said I can't quit Kanye. But it's just because he was entertaining when he was fighting with Gap and when he's fighting with Adidas, I think, and whatever companies he's having battles with that probably should never associated with him in the first place. But I'm fine that they do too, whatever, you guys can do that. But when it comes to stuff like this, obviously I'm not on board with that type of stuff. I just think it was funny before. This is just crazy. And it's perpetuating, pushing the wrong types of things, which we know. Fox News is welcome to have this guy go in and dance for them. Let's keep it real, to dance for them. Good job, Kanye.